Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to another episode of the Into the Woods podcast, where we gather beneath the trees, listen to the whispers of the seasons, and reconnect with the magic that surrounds us every day. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're exploring one of the most talked about spiritual events of the summer, the Lion's Gate Portal, celebrated each year on August 8th. For many people on a spiritual path, this date represents a time of heightened intuition, personal transformation, and setting powerful intentions. While the Lionsgate Portal is a modern spiritual tradition, rather than an astrological event recognized by science, its symbolism has inspired many people to pause, reflect, and consciously choose the direction they want their lives to take. Whether you deeply connect with the energy of the Lionsgate or simply see it as an opportunity for self-reflection, I invite you to open your heart, take what resonates, and leave the rest. So grab your favorite cup of tea, find a quiet place to settle in, and let's wander into the woods together. What is the Lionsgate Portal? Every year around early August, you'll probably notice social media lighting up with conversations about the Lionsgate Portal. You'll hear phrases like, manifest your dreams, raise your vibration, the portal is opening. But what exactly does that mean? Spiritually, the Lionsgate Portal is associated with several symbolic elements coming together. The sun is moving through the zodiac sign of Leo, a sign connected with courage, creativity, authenticity, and heart-centered living. The date itself, 8/8, carries significance in numerology. The number 8 is often associated with abundance, balance, personal power, and the idea of infinity. Some spiritual traditions also connect this time of year with the bright star Sirius, long regarded in various cultures as a symbol of wisdom, renewal, and spiritual awakening. Whether you view these connections as sacred symbolism or simply as a meaningful annual ritual, August 8th offers a beautiful invitation to pause and ask, who am I becoming? To understand the Lionsgate, we first have to understand Leo. Leo is ruled by the sun. It's the sign of confidence, joy, creativity, leadership, passion. But Leo isn't asking us to become louder. It's asking us to become more authentic. So let's think about the sun for a moment. It doesn't apologize for shining. It doesn't compare itself to the moon. It doesn't dim its light because someone else might be uncomfortable. It simply fulfills its purpose. And perhaps that's the invitation for us. Where have we been hiding? Where have we doubted ourselves? Where have we mistaken humility for making ourselves smaller? The Lionsgate reminds us that we can shine brightly while remaining compassionate, generous, and deeply connected to others. I like to think of this day less as a magical doorway opening somewhere in the cosmos, and more as a doorway opening within ourselves. Every meaningful transformation begins with a choice. The choice to forgive, the choice to trust, the choice to begin again, the choice to believe we're worthy of the life we're dreaming about. Sometimes we wait for the universe to give us permission, but maybe the universe has been waiting for us. I want you to take a deep breath, close your eyes if you're able, and ask yourself, what version of myself am I ready to leave behind? What dream have I been postponing because I'm afraid? What would courage look like today? Not someday, but today. What lights me up from inside? What gifts am I meant to share with the world? Don't rush the answers. Sometimes our souls speak softly. One of the biggest themes I return to every Lionsgate season is releasing fear. Fear tells us we're not ready. Fear tells us we'll fail. Fear tells us we're too old, too young, too inexperienced, too much, or somehow not enough. But growth has never required perfection. It only requires willingness. Imagine standing before a beautiful forest path. You don't have to see every step ahead. You only need enough light for the next one. That's how transformation happens. One choice, one conversation, one brave act at a time. If you'd like to honor August 8th, here's a simple ritual you can adapt to your own practice. Find a quiet place where you won't be interrupted. Light a candle. Take several slow breaths. Place your hands over your heart. Write 2 letters. The first letter is the version of yourself you're ready to release. Thank them. Honor everything they've helped you survive. Then lovingly let them go. The second letter is to the future version of yourself. Describe the life they're living. How do they feel? How do they love? How do they move through the world? What boundaries have they learned to keep? What dreams have finally come true? When you're finished, read the second letter aloud. Not because speaking words creates magic on its own, but because hearing your own voice declare your hopes can be incredibly powerful. Keep the letter somewhere you'll find it again in a few months. See what begins to unfold. Sometimes we think transformation has to arrive with fireworks, a giant sign, a miraculous breakthrough. But often, real magic is quieter than that. It's choosing peace instead of proving a point. It's resting when your body asks you to. It's saying yes to an opportunity that scares you. It's finally believing that your life matters. The Lion's Gate reminds us that every day we wake up, we have another opportunity to become more fully ourselves. And perhaps that is the greatest portal of all. As August 8th approaches, I encourage you to spend a little extra time outside if you can. Watch the sunrise, feel the warmth of the sun on your face, listen to the wind moving through the trees. Notice the abundance that already surrounds you. Remember that transformation isn't about becoming someone else. It's about returning to the truest version of yourself. Thank you so much for joining me for another walk into the woods. If today's episode spoke to your heart, I'd love for you to share it with a friend or leave a review. It truly helps others find this little corner of the forest. Until next time, may you walk with courage. May you trust your inner light. May you meet every new beginning with an open heart. And may you always find your way into the woods.